Welcome back guys, Ben here, and today we are checking out a game called CODEX MORTIS. Death is your weapon. Mix 5 schools of dark magic, unleash devastating spell synergies, and raise undead armies in this necromantic bullet hell. Infinite builds, solo or co-op, embrace the forbidden and dominate. 100% AI-driven development. The developer is Growlaugh and the publisher is Crunchfest. And the game is £3.39 on Steam. There is a demo available, so you can download it and check it out if you're interested as well. And they were kind enough to provide me with a key to check this out. But if I'm honest, it was the curiosity that got me, because I did not stutter there. This game is 100% AI driven. So within the Steam AI generated disclosure, they said AI is used for the entire code of the game, the text, the arts, the sounds, and even the music you listen to right now. The entire game is built as an AI project to see what can be created purely from AI. Now, I am the first to be hesitant and against AI slop when it comes to game development. And, you know, there is this weird divide that apparently, you know, having AI art and thumbnails and videos and all that kind of stuff, and also AI capsule art on the Steam pages and stuff, that's all very frowned upon, yet people don't bat too much of an eyelid with AI code. This is, if you're someone who's against AI, this is a game that is replacing all the jobs. This is the artists, the musicians, the composers, the coders, everything. And I wanted to see it and see what it's like, see how it plays, and give a critique like I would if this was any other Survivor game, because from the Steam page, it is a Survivor-like. That is what it's going to be doing, and kind of like holding back against all these hordes of enemies. So we're going to see what it looks like, and we're gonna have that in our mind, though, that people have curated this. This isn't AI just making this off the back of, like, you know, people have been iterating and creating it and stuff like that. It is in early access. They're already doing patches and more stuff. It's Steam Deck verified. It's, you know, for the genre, it's a decent price, £3.39, $5. And it's got Steam achievements, all that kind of stuff. And it does have a split screen co-op as well. So very intrigued to check it out and just see what it's like, because like it or love it or hate it, like it, love it or hate it, this might not be the first or the last AI game that we see, like, fully coded start to finish. And if there is a genre that it's going to work in, it probably is going to be this one, because it's going to be a bit more of a top-down incremental bullet hell. But let's see what it's all about, shall we? Sit back, relax, like, comment, subscribe. This is CODEX MORTIS. So we're going to do controller. Use the Xbox controller. So welcome to the Character Hub. This is where you prepare your character and party before a mission. Let us walk you through it. So the left side is your current setup, characters, spells, and artifacts. The right side contains spells and artifacts you unlock by spending collected souls between runs. That's our, like, meta progression. Tap the portrait to change your character's appearance. This is purely cosmetic. These tabs let you configure each party member separately. Add a hero to add companions. Unlock new heroes by defeating Ashwarden and picking up urns during runs. Select spells from the right panel and assign them to these slots to build your loadout. Synergies activate when you equip matching spells. Check here which synergies are active in your build. And you select artifacts for these slots. There's quite a lot of info at the beginning here. Your unlocked spells are listed here. And then your unlocked artifacts are listed there. And then you start when your build is ready. So, because we're starting off, we don't have any more heroes at the moment. We have Beginner's Fate, transform into a random attack spell, ignite enemy souls with the ethereal fire, summon skeletal warriors to fight for you. So when a skeleton warrior dies, apply soul burn to nearby enemies. We have the artifact. Its pages survive longer than the hands that turned them. So 10% max HP per level. And then we've got our character stats down here. Okay. So we don't have anything really. I mean, we have Bone Spear, don't we? But we can only hold 3 skills at the moment. So oh, I pressed B and backed out. You got necromancy. The blood frenzy, life drain as well, so we could heal it. I do like a life drain. Maybe we replace that and we have a life drain. That's what we're going to go with. We're going to do a little change. Let's see what it's like. Then you got story mode, complete objectives, defeat bosses, escape the darkness, or survive 15 minutes against endless hordes. How long can you endure? I think let's do a survivor mode. Let's see if we can survive 15 minutes. The classic. And you got easy, normal, and hard, and then there will be tier 2 as well, which goes even harder. Obviously, we'll do normal just for the one-time souls. Let's see what goes on. It's one of those things, I hate to say it, but it's laid out relatively nicely from an AI point of view. Right. We've got our, like, skeletons here. We unlocked our achievement. And very much Vampire Survivors, isn't it? Like, with a, you know, slightly different art style. It's one of those, though, that, like, I don't think it looks terrible. Got these little explosive things. There we go. We got our level ups. Minion damage is an epic one. That's your area of effect. Let's do minion damage since we're sending them out anyway. And we've got our necromancy going, haven't we? There's a chest here as well. It's like a... Do we... Oh, we press A to slow it down. Okay. Oh, empty. What a terrible first run that was. Okay. Kind of got these, like, exploding corpse piles. Like a little circle here that we can stand in, I think. Raise skeleton. So we've got minion damage. It's legendary. I think we have to go for that, don't we? XP gain would be nice, but I think let's do legendary. Let's do it. As someone who enjoys this genre, it's quite fun at the moment. Like, it's early days. A couple of these grave crawlers. Because what I like about it, AI or not, I like that you've got your own little minions here. I like that you're kind of like upgrading your spells, or you've got your character adjustments here. I think, should we do life drain, heal per hit? A couple of these stones we're picking up. Where is our health? Where is our health? Is that at the bottom? No, that's our XP, isn't it? Oh, a health bar is underneath us, isn't it? Okay. All spells, more crit. Like, it's doing some different stuff, which I appreciate. Which is what I'd be expecting and looking for if this was a non-AI game anyway. Right. All common. We can spend 100 to reroll, see if we can get something better. Oh, 100% worth that. Let's reduce the fire cooldown. Should be quicker. We keep getting, like, tapped, though, with... We're not killing stuff quick enough. We do have the life drain, though, which is good. But, oh, God, no, we're going to die. We're dead. We're dead. That's it. That's it. Okay. As you see, you got your build performance, you get your survival time. Back to character hub. There we go. Okay. And now we've got our upgrades. We see our meta progression. You got your fundamentals. Loads of upgrades. 124 upgrades. You can upgrade your spell slots. You need 2,000 souls for that, though. Got a big chunk each time. Does make you quite a lot more powerful, though, doesn't it? Your necromancy. Unlock those. Your curses. Your soul magic. This is how you get all your different stuff there. Fundamentals, though. This is our core kind of stuff, like HP regen. Put a little bit there. And I think we'll go with the orb collection range as well. I normally like doing those two as my first ones in any kind of survivor like. Got our achievements that we unlocked on the way already. There's 96, I think. It says 103 here. I think on Steam there's like 96. There's a couple that are in-game only, but yeah, quite a few different things there, like collecting and just incremental stuff. Let's try again. Let's do a we've unlocked another one now, the bloodbath, but or was that already there? It might have already been there. Let's try again. I'm gonna keep the same build, but maybe go over a different direction. You got a little mini map on the top right. I didn't even notice that last time. I'm gonna collect some of these green XP orbs nice and early. There's a chest there. Oh, we gotta stand. It's not press A, you just gotta stand on it for a certain amount of time. There we go. We got a runic. Can't really interact with like the mushrooms or anything like that. All spells get... Oh, the duration's quite good. Or +6 targets for life drain. Oh, that's the little red lines coming from us. So we can literally just... Oh, that's quite nice, actually. That might be quite a good upgrade for us. Honestly, if I didn't know this was AI, I don't think I would. This is like how like well it's been curated, I guess, is that this, to me, maybe I'm being blind to it, but even though I know, it's not like, you know, there's people with like 6 toes or, you know, weird like unusual stuff going on. It's obviously been curated and prompted. It's fun to play. You know, it's cool in its own right. I think it's a little bit like we have obviously my day job. I run an accountancy company, and amount of AI, generative, like we even get like some clients like sending like screenshots of like tax advice from AI, like, you know, like ChatGPT, Claude, all that kind of stuff, and most of the time it's wrong or not taking into account all stuff. Like there was a lot of talk of like, oh, originally like AI is going to take our jobs. And I think what you're seeing in the accounting industry is that it's gonna mean that you need people who know how to use AI. It's not going away anywhere. It's not going anywhere. And at the end of the day, you're still going to need professionals that understand it and also still understand all the day-to-day stuff, because you need to know what is right or what is wrong to be able to then, you know, provide that service or whatever. But with gaming, it's a little bit more of a weird one, because there is that creative process that's being kind of intercepted here, isn't it? And I guess it's the thing of, you know, are these like stolen art assets from other like things? I don't know. I don't know if they are or not. I'd assume not, but it's one of those things, isn't it? That I don't know if it is as simple as they've just told ChatGPT to make some little worm bosses, and then that's what they've done with it. We're going to keep going with XP gain. Get that level up. But I think my point being is that this is an example of, these are guys that know what they're doing, in the sense of they've used AI to make a good game. They haven't made a rubbish game and it's AI slop, which I think a lot of people just think, oh, if there's AI now, anything to do with that is now it's AI slop. It's quite reductive on that side of things, but you've got all the core inner workings here of a good survivor, like, and like I said, it's got some of its own ideas. Well, presumably ChatGPT's ideas or Claude's. I don't know what Gen AI they've used. But my point being, there's still people behind the prompts steering the game. It's interesting. Interesting to see. Oh god, oh yeah, we can get out of that in time. Interesting to see that, you know, a new chapter in this era, I guess, isn't it? Get more. Got some cool upgrade ideas as well, and some cool spells. I would like a dodge. I do tend to like mine with a dodge, but to be fair, like my survivor likes, but to be fair, it's one of those where, oh no, we're gonna die now. No! It's one of those where a Vampire Survivors doesn't have a dodge, does it? So it's I think I've just been spoiled by that by newer titles. Cool. Like I said, it's not something where I'm like, oh, it's absolutely horrendous and I don't want to play anymore. I'm like, yeah, I want to go back in. Do another spell slot. So we could try to unlock that 4th spell slot. There's like a nice sense of progression. You can now do like blood magic. I don't know if... Does it matter? I guess you're like experimenting, aren't you? It doesn't matter in order. Okay. So we could say like... Oh, okay. Those link together. So burning spears will also apply soul burn. Trying to see what like combos. Okay, so we got those combos, and then we could get the heal in there as well. And I guess technically, I think the menus are easier to use if you're on a mouse, but you can do those as well there. It's interesting. I think it opens up an interesting conversation because, on the one hand, this is they probably could have just hidden this. I think if it's one of those blind tests and you didn't know, you might think, oh, some of it maybe was AI or not, but all of it is. All of it. And kudos for them for actually saying, because I don't think I would have been able to tell had I have not known that. Pretty cool. Interesting. It's one of those weird things, but it's the first 100% vibe coded playable game. That's what they say on the Steam page, like 100% vibe coded. Which again, there's a bit of a weird thing, bit of a weird double standard where it's like you see a lot of people claiming hate for AI, for generative art, and, you know, stealing from other artists and stuff like that, because that's where it's got to draw its inspiration from, which I get to some degree. Very quiet when it's about, you know, coders losing their jobs because people don't need to, you know, you don't need to learn Python, you don't need to learn C++ or C# or whatever. You can literally get ChatGPT or whatever, or Claude, to like spit it out. That said, going back to my earlier point, it's much better if you know what you're talking about and then use these tools to help add to your workflow in that manner. And that's the interesting thing here, which I think they're doing quite well. Because I'd be very surprised if they have no idea what they're doing when it comes to a game and they've managed to pull this off. Because it's not got loads of weird shit going on. So it's interesting. I think you're going to either love it or hate it. It's only a few quid. You're not asking for a lot there. Quite intriguing to like check it out and see what it's like. But I think this will be one of those ones where it's like, just what do you feel ethically on that side of things? On the one hand, this game probably just would not have been created, because I know the main argument is that, oh, it's taking the jobs. This game just probably wouldn't have been created, or they would have spent more hours just making their own art and code and spending longer coding the game themselves. This has sped this up. In this side of things, in a small scale, have they lost jobs here and stuff? Probably not. But obviously, when you've got like big companies like even Microsoft, like laying off loads of studios and stuff, and then saying they're going to be investing more in AI technologies, and, you know, it just seems like constantly there's so many studios just laying off staff members at the moment and stuff. It's a very tough time in the industry. I can appreciate the flip side of generative AI being able to like spring up full AI coded games like this, and how they're like proudly demonstrating it. This is obviously something where they've gone, can we do it? And they have, and they're like, you know, showing this as an example, like 100% vibe coded game. The game, the text, the arts, the sounds, and the music. They like, there's bits where they could have just got like free sample stuff, or you know, free use and assets and all that kind of stuff, but they haven't. It's like they've set out to see what generative AI can make, and obviously like fine-tuned it from there and stuff. So pretty interesting. Like I said, you're either gonna be on board or you're not. Like I don't think it's, I think it's one of those ones where this will just be how it sits with you ethically. I'm really here to discuss the game and the gameplay, and I can't really fault it on that side of things. Like, it's, I like the survivors. I like the survivor like kind of genre. I'm a sucker for these. It was moving fine. I think the enemies were better than the main character. I think the main character himself looked a little bland. Oh, we do. Do we have other characters we can be? Can I add heroes? Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I don't have... Oh, so I can change... Okay, so I could change who my starting hero is, but I can't have a squad of them yet. But I guess as you progress on, you'll be able to have more heroes and things like that. That makes sense. I like the idea of the different abilities, the soul burn. I like that it's spells as well, and it's not like weapons. That it's actually like spells, and there's the combinations as well, so you can go in with specific builds in mind with the synergies. It's doing some cool ideas. I think it does lose a little bit because you're just then getting those upgrades rather than being able to pivot mid-build because you've been offered a different weapon type. That doesn't happen here. It's more like, what upgrades are you getting to your existing spells that you've brought in? Overall, I'd spend £3 on this. So, yeah, I thought it was quite fun. I'm going to leave it there. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Is this like bad for the gaming industry? Is this AI slop? In my opinion, I would probably say it's not AI slop, but it is AI generated. So, and at least built with AI. So, it does present a very interesting moment in gaming, I guess, that this is now here. But, you know, are you going to be able to type in prompts and get Elder Scrolls 6 before Bethesda make it? Probably not. It's going to be a pile of shit, isn't it? So, I wonder what else we'll see in this space. Anyway, that's where I'm going to leave it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.